Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in honor of Halloween today, we're gonna do another react, a retro react. This was October 1st, 2017 from Miss Foodie Beauty. This was her Firehouse mukbang, a Firehouse sub mukbang, excuse me. So the only reason why I remember this video is because I remember how ridiculous she looked in the hat. So happy Halloween from me to you. This is my Halloween gift. I can't give you guys candy or chocolate right now because I'm too far away, but I wish I could. But this is my Halloween treat from me to you. This is Foodie Beauty having a Firehouse mukbang sub back in 2017. Can I get a hell yeah? Let's do it.
Hello, Foodie Beauties.
Turn my light on.
Hey
Not that
guys.
it matters.
Welcome. Today I have a very special...
I mean, look at the hat. I mean, you're welcome. You're welcome. She is the fire chief of Firehouse subs for the day. Foodie Beauty in a bold red lip. A bold, crooked red lip. Let's enjoy.
October 1st video for you. Welcome to Vlogtober. So, Vlogtober, I'm going to have a video every day for you guys. So, will the nail be there for all of October? I guess we'll wait and see. So...
You guys, that's my nightmare. Those nails. It's those specific white pointy talons she had back during this time period. That is like my nightmare. That is the one look that I will never forget that Chantal's wore. And she's down to one thumbnail left, you guys. Oh.
I just want to get a few things out of the way before... Oh, and the fireplace will be in every background when I do like this, not just on Mystery Mondays, for October and for the colder months. I want to get a few things out of the way. Let's address the elephant in the room, not me. Okay.
Aw, that was funny.
Number one, I'm deleting my weight loss channel. I know I've been through this before. And
Yes, because she had two channels. Her mukbang channel and her weight loss channel, and everyone was like, that seems a little bit schizophrenic.
and I'm deleting it for good. I deleted the Waterfast video. The Waterfast video, the comments were... Everyone's an armchair nutritionist, and there was just a lot of concerned advice that I didn't ask for. And I realized that, you know, I'm not fighting with people over carbs. So
This is how the whole hater community got started, because she didn't want to hear it from anybody, right? Instead of like ignoring people or like just liking their comments, just ignore them or just blocking it and, you know, whatever. She had to fight back and she had to be bitchy, and she blocked a lot of people. And that's how she became such a cow. So this is kind of like the birth of Foodie Beauty, lolcow extreme.
I'm not comfortable with having my personal life. I've said this before, and, you know, I thought to give it another chance. But no, I'm not. This journey that I'm going through, am I going to ignore losing weight? No. That's my problem, though. That's not your problem. If you're here just to watch me fail, because that became apparent, too, that there are people out there that watch me just to see if I'm going to fail. Worry about your own life. You have a whole life to live. Like, this is, you know, a foodie channel, and that's what I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it fun. I'm going to go back to my roots where I'm just eating stuff and talking a lot of crap and, you know, working on growing my channel that way.
And did she ever grow her channel doing this? Because she really did. She made a lot of people a lot of money.
I'm just going to do my own thing behind the scenes. And if you see me losing weight, you'll know that I'm succeeding. If you don't, I really don't see how people get legit mad. I get people emailing me. You're ruining your life, blah, blah, blah. It's not your business. You're not God. You don't know what's going to happen to me in the future. You don't...
Let's let's pretend we're God for a second, guys. Ooh, in the future. Okay. It's coming to me, you guys. The future is coming to me. What do I see in Chantal's future? Let's see. Okay. Okay, I've got it. I've got it. The year is 2024. Okay, so picture it. Kuwait, 2024. Chantal, the same size as she was on October 1st, 2017. Just as angry, just as bitchy, just as hungry. I predict that you will have a fake husband, and you're going to pay him to stay with you. We know what happens in the future.
Oh no, I could turn my life around. It's not up to you to tell me what to do. So,
no one was trying to tell her what to do. They were just trying to give her some friendly advice. Like, look, if you keep going this way, X, Y, and Z is going to happen, you know? And she just took it as criticism, and she was nasty, and people got nasty back. And that's how this whole thing started.
I don't understand how these people who are complete strangers, you know, have all this concern for me. And I appreciate those who do say they care about me, whatever. If you do and you support me, then realize this channel is what it is and not what you want it to be. I'm not...
As long as you kiss her butt, you're allowed to stay. And you can have a voice. But if you ever criticize her or say something she doesn't like, then just go. Like, why are you watching her? Like, come on.
I'm not comfortable with, I can't deal with it. I'm too bitchy. I can't deal with the varying opinions on how I should be eating, what I'm doing wrong. Like, the reason I'm fat is not because I ate a baked potato or a piece of bread or, you know, like...
Why are you fat then? If it's not the potatoes, it's not the bread, it's not the Firehouse subs, then why are you fat?
There's so many, it's so complex. It's so complex, my life.
It's not complex. It's really, we know everything that happened behind these doors she's talking about. It's not complex at all. You have a problem with food. The end.
Behind the scenes and, you know, a whole lifetime of eating disorder. And, you know, just because I'm not going to document it, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to address it. I'll do it on my own time in my own way. So that being said, I'm not going to talk about that anymore on this channel. You have my word on that.
We have her word on that, guys, that she's not going to talk about it anymore. If only that was true. If only.
You know, a lot of you get mad because, you know, I'll fail. I'll say I'm going to do something and then I don't do it. Well, at the time when I say I'm going to do it, I have every intention of doing it. But, so yeah. I'm not...
See, the truth changes with Chantal, and if you're not down for that, then you're not down. Like, you're just not welcome here. Right?
I gotta talk about it. So, for that reason. So, you don't have to worry about that anymore. You don't have to worry about that inconsistency. I'm going to consistently give you a video every day, and we're just gonna shoot the shit and eat. So, today, that being said, today I have a very special video for you from Firehouse. I got one of these hats. It doesn't fit my head. It's for kids. Plus, I have a fat head. So, Firehouse is a...
It's not much up there.
Sub. They make sub sandwiches. Sticker. And their subs. Oh my gosh, you guys. I have not tried. I got the meatball sub. I have not tried it. But, oh. I had the veggie. And they just go online. Check out their subs. It was founded by firefighters. Oh, it is amazing. Like, truly, their food is delicious.
I've never had a Firehouse sub. I'm not really into subs. I don't eat bread anymore anyway, but it just looks like a shitty, like, ShopRite sub, like you get from the grocery store. Like, it's not a big deal. It's just a sub.
So let's get to.
Ugh.
So they give you a side pickle in a little baggie so nothing gets all full of pickle juice. I love it. I got the meatball, which is kind of not melty as much anymore, but
Looks cold.
yeah.
Ugh.
And I got some, just like Subway or whatever, some chips.
I always wanted to ask her, like, why don't you just reheat the food if it's not, like, if it obviously she's getting it delivered. Reheat it so it's, like, nice and gooey. It'll taste better, probably. You know what I mean? Like, it just takes, like, a minute in the microwave or, like, stick it in the oven for a few minutes, you know, while you're setting everything up. I don't know. Just a little bit of effort. It would make the meal more enjoyable for her, right? I'd rather eat a warm meatball sub than a cold meatball sub.
I have chips or cookies or a brownie. I got sour cream and caramelized onion. All right. So.
This is around the time that she said she doesn't like chips or eat them, which is obviously not true. But someone made a compilation of all the time she ate chips after she said that she doesn't really like chips and doesn't eat them. It was pretty funny.
On the pickle? Should ask for extra. I love these like kosher type pickles. Is there a pickle emoji? I don't even know, but anyways, guys, I'm gonna give you a beauty bite. Beauty bite.
That cheese looks so sad, you guys. I'm not listening. I know I sound really snotty and I'm trying to pick apart everything she's eating. But that cheese does look like it just looks cold and plastered on there. I know what that cheese tastes like. That cheese does not taste good.
Okay. So, because it's October and I'm going to be doing lots of Halloween-y things with my friends, you know, going to like haunted houses and things. Which chip?
Did you guys go any haunted houses or like what did you guys do for Halloween? Like anything special? We went to it's like a pop-up like scary amusement. It's not like a amusement park. It's not just one house. There was like different houses they were doing. It was fun. Other than that, we didn't really do much. Went to the pumpkin farm. I was kind of underwhelmed. We went during the day and there was like nobody there. We wanted to go in the pumpkin maze, but there was like literally no one there. And I was like, okay. So we just went in the store and we bought some apple cider, which I don't like. I'm not an apple cider fan. I'm just not. I never have been. Like when we used to go like for class trips during school and stuff, you know how they give the little kids like apple cider and like donuts, like homemade donuts from the shop, you know, at the pumpkin farm and stuff. I just never was into that stuff. But we got some of that. Oh, and I saw something that I wanted to try, but I didn't end up buying it I think I just forgot. It was called mashed potato squash. I've never seen it. I've never heard of it. But if you guys have ever tried mashed potato squash, please let me know how it is. I'm going to look it up on Pinterest tonight because I want to try it. I love mashed potatoes. And if it's a vegetable that's not fattening mashed potato, then I'll try it. But yeah, I love Halloween.
I thought I would do a story time about, oh my gosh, you guys. See, I'm weird. My favorite thing on one hand about Halloween time is all the different haunted houses that come out. But at the same time, I'm too chicken shit to go in them. Pickle. So
buttons.
let me tell you, I think I told you guys this one already, but maybe not. There was a haunted house.
Oh, look, Sam was just a baby. Look at little Sam. Aw. I'm a sucker for a kitten. Oh my God.
Actually, I think this was last year. I went to a haunted house for like a farm that has like haunted houses or whatever. It was the Barn of Terror. And me and my friend Christy, it was me and Rena and two other friends. We decided, to go to the Barn of Terror. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be a baby. I'm going to be with my friends. In the lineup, as always, there's like 5, 6-year-olds. I'm extremely claustrophobic.
Here's my theory about haunted houses and Chantal. I think that the reason why she, like, if you know that you're not going to enjoy yourself, why even bother going, right? Like she says, I love haunted houses, but I'm a chicken shit, so I don't want to go, Okay, if that's the case, why even bother like going? That means you don't really like them. If you're too scared to really go, you don't really like it, you don't enjoy it, whatever. Or you're scared and it's fun for you, right? It's one of the two, right? Is what she's saying. I have a theory that the reason why she hypes herself up and she does want to go, I think she would really enjoy this, but because she can't stand, she can't walk, she can't bend. And, like haunted houses, especially ones that are like pop-ups, like sometimes you have to do, like, you have to like crawl around things and duck down and, crawl through things, it can be a little bit physical, right? My theory is that she wants to go, but because she can't do any of those things, she uses the excuse that she's claustrophobic and that she's scared. It's pretty obvious, right? She watches scary movies all the time. It's all she watches is scary movies, right? She's not too scared to go to these things. That's my point. She just makes things up because she can't physically do it.
And a lot of these haunted houses involve walking around in the dark. You can't see, you're enclosed, I freak out.
They involve walking.
Took my lipstick off.
That's the key phrase.
As we're approaching the barn, I'm starting to get nervous because I can hear that like cheap soundtrack music where it's like people screaming and
do you guys think that she misses this being in Kuwait, like misses being able to do fun things for Halloween? Like Halloween's her favorite holiday. You would think that she would miss this kind of stuff, and that's why she's like half-assing Halloween in Kuwait, even though she's really not supposed to do it by law. Like, yeah, it's pretty wild. I bet she does miss it a lot. I would miss it a lot.
On strobe light. There's this guy walking around in a costume. Creepy costume. And he was like following us, like, trying to scare us.
That's his job.
And
that's what you paid for.
I was like,
experience.
Please. I'm like, I'm really scared. I must have looked like such a wuss. I'm like, please, I'm really scared. Is it really bad? Am I gonna freak out in there? Like, I'm really claustrophobic. He didn't say anything. He just kept staring at me intimidatingly. I was like, whatever. Take your job seriously, buddy. So, lots of wish chips here.
What the hell is a wish chip? I have to look this up, you guys. Hold on. What is a wish chip? A wish chip is a chip that is implanted into a wafer with the wafer serving as the base. Oh, there's just potato chips that are folded over. They're almost a double chip, and many believe they hold a magical force. Okay. Did you guys know what a wish chip was? Magical force in your potato chips?
So we start going, the line is, we're getting closer. I always get nervous. Hear people screaming in the barn. It's our turn to go in. She opens the door. The host opens the door. Pitched, it's like dark. So I go in and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like ready to just bolt, Starts going in. And it was okay, the first few parts, it was just kind of dinky, like some people just jumping out going, yeah, in costumes. Strobe lights. Then we get to a part where it was like pitch black, like pitch black. And
you just said that.
You're moving around and I couldn't see anything. There was walls and I kept banging into the wall.
Weren't you with your friends?
So,
didn't she say she went with some friend?
I have water to drink. So even though you're not supposed to use your cell phone, I turned on my cell phone to get the light. I cheated. So I'm going around with my light.
It's this person that ruins the experience for everybody else, right? Like, if she was with me and I was like going through the haunted house at the same time she was, and she pulled out her phone, I'd be like, dude, like, stop.
And I'm ruining the experience for everybody. Someone's like, hey, turn that off. Someone I could hear one of the employees dressed up as a monster somewhere in the distance going, turn your phone off.
Did you?
I'm like, no. Then we get to a part, and that's not bad enough. There's a sign. It says, if you're claustrophobic or chicken shit, the exit's that way. So they had an escape. They had a chicken exit. Well,
let me guess. She went through the chicken exit.
Because apparently the next part is going to be very claustrophobic. So, at least they had a warning. I really like that. So, I dipped. I dipped before anybody even noticed. They didn't even notice. They were waiting for me at the other side. It was like apparently this tube of like plastic or rubber, and you had to squeeze through it. They were waiting for me on the other side. They said they were just waiting there. And, you know, the people that were supposed to pop out and scare them on the other side had already done that. And they're just like, they're all just waiting there like, you know, the girl and my friends are like, we're waiting for our friend. And the monsters are like, the costume monsters or whatever. They're like, oh, okay.
I wish I could find the Bachelorette video because this just ties in. This is what Chantal does when she goes out with people. Like, she lags behind. I don't know how she gets separated from the group. She did the same. Well, she separated herself, to be fair, in the Bachelorette video, in the Bachelorette party thing. She sat up front with the driver like a loser. But you see how, like, you're going to a haunted house with your friends. And you know you don't want to be in there. So why even go? Like, you're just ruining the experience. Like, her friends are waiting for her at the other end. They didn't even know she had left. Right? Like, why? I wonder why her friends put up with her. She's such a downer. Like, I don't know. Hunk shoe.
I guess there was just like awkward silence. So they were all like mad when they got out. They're like, we were waiting for you. I was like, sorry, but you know, I'm like, I'm not fun. So then this other haunted house.
That's right. She is not fun. That is 100% accurate. I 100% agree with you, Chantal. You are not fun. Not in the way you think you might be fun.
I went to before. I always panicked.
What are you panicked about? You're a friggin' adult. You're not a child. You know, they're just people dressed up. Like, what are you... Oh my god, you guys.
We're in the line. This was another year. A different friend. She was a chicken like I was. And we were in line, and in the back of us, there was like two young kids. Like, they had to have been like 5 or 6 max, you know?
Her jaw. Ugh. Sorry for the headphone users.
Our time comes to go in.
Okay, stop touching the salty chips and then your face and then your hair. You're getting chip shit all in your hair. Chip shit.
This was like the dinkiest, kid-friendliest haunted house. I swear. We go in the front door. We both panicked like chicken right out. You know, we go in, all you hear is chicken. Bolted.
Why?
You're not supposed to do this.
Like, why?
bolted right back out the entrance, and in the process, knocking over, just like completely bulldozing those two kids in back of us, and they were.
Can you imagine a scared Chantal at the dark just coming out at you like, get out of my way, kid. You just like a 5-year-old kid just gets launched out of like, oh my God, that poor kid, those poor children. Oh my God, if that was those are my kids, I'd be like fighting Chantal right now.
Like, mom, you know. Oh my God.
Did you stop and apologize? I bet you didn't. Jesus. She's just a herpling menace, isn't she? Just a meatball sub-eating menace with a two small Firehouse hat on.
The haunted houses where you have to walk through are worse, right? The ones that you drive through on a ride, they're not as bad.
Who the hell what is that? Is that real? Have you guys been to a drive-through haunted house? I've never been to one. I know she went to something in, was it Halloween or Christmas during COVID? I can't remember. But yeah, I've never even seen one where you could drive through. That's very strange. Have you guys been to drive-through? Like, are they supposed to just like come up to your car and scare you or something? I don't know. Sounds weird. Doesn't sound like fun though.
But one time I was so embarrassed. I was in like grade 8, and this guy I had a crush on, whom I'll tell you about someday in a lover story.
Your 8th grade lover. God. Ew. Oh, come on. Stop. Ugh.
Anyway, back then he was a crush. He was like a skater boy, you know.
I'm sure he totally existed as your lover. I seriously don't think Chantal had sex until she found Pete's. I really do. That is my like theory. I think that she lost her virginity to Pete's. I bet they both lost their virginity to each other. Maybe not. I don't think she was half as slutty as she brags that she was, even though there's nothing really to brag about, but whatever.
Every year, a carnival, like a town fair, would come to my hometown. And set up in like a Walmart parking lot, you know? One of those. So,
Okay.
every year I went with my friends. And my crush went. I had a crush on this guy since he came to our school in like grade 5. But only recently in grade 8 did he start to hang out with me and talk to me. Every year I would ask my friend, my poor friend, to go ask him out for me, and he would say no. And then finally this year, he said yes, and he would come, we would go to the carnival together. Well, he wanted to go in the haunted house.
This is a great story. Very riveting.
And it was one where you know, it's like a 2-seater kind of cart. Automatic ride. So, I get in. He gets in, and I was trying to contain my nervousness. Those rides where you have to drive through them, I usually close my eyes the whole way. I don't even know why I bother. You know, I don't see anything.
Oh my God. She's so boring. Her whole life is just so dull.
I mean, you know.
Like, the only thing that she ever has any interest in is, like, horror movies and Halloween-ish, I guess. And then you hear her talk like this, like she's too scared. I don't even know why I bother. I close my eyes the whole time. It's like, then what are you interested in? Like, you think some guy in a clown suit is going to be scarier than some, like, crazy 3D effect movie that you're watching in the dark at night by yourself? Like, no. I just don't understand her. She really doesn't have any interest at all. Nothing interests her besides food. It's really sad.
But he was like, no. Hey, Sammy! You can't come over here, Sham Sham.
Yes,
Oh,
he is.
no, Sham Sham. The cat knocked my hat off.
Good, it's an improvement. That was terrible.
Sham Sham. Little bully! So, I'm like, don't look like a big baby, you know? They'll probably turn him off or something. Well, of course I ruined it because we're going through, it's pitch black, and something grabbed at me, and I freaked out. Like, I freaked. I started crying. I screamed. You know, I was screaming. I was crying. And I was like, get me out of here! Get me out of here!
Why would you cry? I don't know. Maybe she was a child. I wasn't even paying attention to how old she was. 8th grade, maybe? I don't know.
And the ride, literally all it was like one room. And it just went around in like a circle. And things popped out at you. But there was an employee, I guess, who was dressed up, and he was meant to just go out and grab you. You know? Just touch you gently. I was always under
That's all we want, is to be touched gently.
the impression that they're not allowed to touch you. Well, they didn't follow the rules or something. He told his friends about it.
Sounds
So
like
they
a
made
nice
fun of
guy.
me. You know, just something else to make fun of. You know.
No, you're such a victim, Chantal. Everyone's a bully. Everyone's terrible. Everyone in your life bullies you now. They bullied you then. Oh, boo-hoo, boo-hoo.
I'd be coming down the hall or
Let me tell you something. I was a fat kid, too. I had never got bullied in my life. Never. Maybe I just grew up with I had a lot of friends. But, like, maybe I just grew up with a good group of people, but no one ever really bullied each other. No one was, like, cruel, I guess, that I know of and that I had ever seen. Maybe until, like, high school, there was one kid that used to get picked on a lot. Other than that, no. For, like, honestly, thinking back to, like, my childhood, if anyone saw someone, like, being really mean to someone, it was the cool thing to do to stick up for the other kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially the girls, like the girls stuck up for some of the boys that were getting bullied. And then if one of my friends stuck up for someone that they saw was getting bullied, all of us would stick up for that person. And then the boy or boys that were making fun of that kid, they'd back off. Right. But maybe I'm just lucky. I don't know. But I was never bullied. But she was bullied by everybody. Guys, she was bullied from birth. She was bullied all her life. And she's still being bullied now. My goodness. Jeez. It's almost like the problem is her.
class, they'd go, So, yeah. Lovely, huh?
Well, to be fair, if you were my friend and you were like 14 years old and you cried at a Walmart parking lot, one room haunted house, I'd probably make fun of you too, even though you're my friend. I probably would make fun of you, yes. At least once or twice, because that's pretty funny. Am I a bully? Oh my god. Am I a bully? I don't think I am. Because you know what? If someone made fun of me, I'd be like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I was a baby. You just own it and then just move past it. It's easy to deflect things if you just agree with people. Like if you just say, yeah, you know what? You're right. I am a loser. Thanks for noticing. That's it, you know? Usually that's it. She just has no social skills, online or in person.
Yeah, so I just got the small size.
Bullshit. She got more. She definitely got a bonus sub and bonus chips for sure. For sure.
Which is pretty big.
That's a pretty big sub. That's not a small. It looks like that's a
Anyways,
normal size sub. Blah blah blah.
Cincinnati.
Blah blah blah. Wait, someone says hey at 2051. Hold on.
Yum yum. Shim Shim from Cincinnati.
I heard it, but it could have just been anything. Let me listen to it again, you guys. Hold on.
Shim Shim from Cincinnati.
It's right there. Did you hear it? It's like, hey. But that could have been anything. It could have been like the cat like moving something around the floor because obviously something is getting rustled around. One more time.
Shim Shim from Cincinnati.
Is she grabbing a plastic knife?
Did you hear that? Did you hear? Oh.
Go check, stupid. You're by yourself. Go check. Grab your little plastic knife and go check. You'll be fine. Trust me. Brenda, the giraffe, is behind you. She'll protect you. Oh, I miss Brenda.
Someone in the hallway. Shh. Someone in the hallway. I don't know, whenever I was going like what I just said, they must have heard me. They're like, hey. It sounded like they were right up against my door and went, hey.
That is pretty creepy. If you've ever lived alone as a woman, that is creepy. I don't like that.
And then they banged. I don't know what that was.
I'd go up to that peephole. I'd tiptoe up to that peephole and just take a little look or look under the door. If there's like a big gap. Be nosy, man. If they're next to your door, I want to know who the hell that is. You know, make sure the door's locked.
That for real scared the shit out of me. Ever since I had that dream. You know that moment where you're in such a deep sleep and you're dreaming.
I can't stop looking at the thumbnail, you guys. It's just it's taunting me at this point. I'm gonna have a dream about that thumbnail tonight. You better believe it.
And you're like in between dreaming and reality, like being awake. Well, at my old place, I was dreaming that there was this man with a mustache. He looked kind of like Ned Flanders, but meaner. Like his face was really mean.
Like Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec. That's kind of like an angry Ned Flanders, right? Like Ned Flanders is so not angry. So I guess, yeah, Ron Swanson. That's how I picture this person, as Ron Swanson. Although Ron Swanson's pretty cool.
Really, really mean face, like pure evil. And he,
Look at the gap between her teeth and her front teeth. It's crazy.
like, my bedroom door was here, and there was like a hallway. And this man was pacing out front, back and forth, out front of my bedroom window while I was out front of my bedroom door in that hallway while I was in bed sleeping.
You know what that sounds like? Okay, and just hear me out, because it's Halloween. Just indulge me a second, my little brujas. It sounds like that one scene in Insidious, in the first Insidious movie, where I don't know if she wakes up in the middle of the night or something, and she goes into the nursery. Or no, she's in her bedroom, I think, and she's like scared or something, and she hears something, and then the guy is there's like the demons pacing outside her window, and then it keeps walking back and forth, and she's looking like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden it's in her room walking back and forth. That's what this reminds me of. And we all know that Chantal takes movies and TV shows and makes them into stories about her life, right? Degrassi, what?
And in my dream, I heard a loud knock at my door. I think someone was knocking at my door in real life. So it was like waking me up gradually, but
that's a phenomenon too, by the way. Like I don't know if you guys ever experienced this, but like sometimes if I'm sleeping, I'll hear like a loud knock and it'll actually wake me up, but there's no one there. It's a phenomenon. I looked it up years ago. I forget what it's called, but if you guys ever like have experienced that, it is a real thing. I forget what it's called. I'm going to look that up after. Yeah, that's a real thing.
When I sat up, like when I was opening my eyes and waking up, I could still see the man there, you know, just stopped and looked at me like really hateful. And I was like, is this real or is this part of the dream? Like, oh, that happened to me a couple times where I would still be kind of dreaming and it would become like step into my reality. Oh man, I don't like that.
It does sound like that one scene in Insidious. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, right? If you know, you know.
Don't you hate that when you can't wake up from a dream when you're in a nightmare? You're like in your dream you're telling yourself to wake up but you can't. I hate that. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. I had to say that at the beginning because, you know, I had to clear the air with that.
And she's still going on. This is without even taking a beat or a breath. She's already talking about the drama again. She just started telling us about her nightmares, and now it's drama.
I was just, you know, putting myself out there, and people just, I can't handle waking up every day if I put those videos out on my weight loss journey. People, you know, suggesting keto, people suggesting this and telling me I'm doing this wrong and you know, it's just too much for me, and I don't want to get into disagreements with people over that.
You have out and out shouting matches with people about that in your comments section. We've all seen it. We've all seen it.
It's not that serious. It's like I'm just trying to live my life, and I don't want, you know, I don't have time for that 2 channels anyways. I really don't right now.
She was unemployed. She was unemployed and making peanuts on YouTube. So, like, I don't even know how many subscribers she had in October of 2017, but it wasn't a lot. Because she just started this, really. It wasn't like too long after that she started the channel. So she literally had nothing else to do.
So I'm just focusing on this channel, focusing on Vlogtober. If you don't like, for some reason, if it really upsets you that I'm doing what I want to do, you don't have to watch. It's plain and
just
simple.
Don't watch.
It's plain and simple. So guys, that's it for now, and I'll see you tomorrow for a Mystery Monday. Bye.
All right. So that was her Firehouse sub mukbang from October 2017. What did you guys think? She just can't leave the drama off her channel. She begins her video and ends her video with drama. Yeah. So that was her very first Vlogtober entry. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm still not a fan of Firehouse subs. I can never see myself actually stopping there to try it. I know some people really like it, but it's just not for me. I'm not a big sandwich, like chain food kind of person. But anyway, I do miss Brenda the giraffe. You guys missed Brenda? There she is. Look at her. Just chilling. Oh, Brenda. So sad. I wonder where she is now, what landfill she ended up in. Or maybe BB still has her. Who knows? Anyway, thank you guys so much for spending this 46 minutes with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have an awesome day. I hope you have a great rest of your Halloween. Get that candy, okay? Eat your candy today. If you want a Snickers bar, if you want like a king-size Reese's peanut butter cup, please eat it. Enjoy. Enjoy your day. And I will see you guys in the next video.